Hi guys, it's me. Today we're looking at something that's honestly kind of ridiculous in the best way possible. This is a 32-inch 6K monitor with resolution of 6016 by 3384, and right away that number alone tells you exactly who this is for. This is not a casual monitor. This is not something you buy just to check email or scroll social media. This is a serious display built for designers, creators, editors, and professionals who actually care about pixel density, color accuracy, and screen real estate. The first thing you notice when you power this thing on is the sheer sharpness. On a 32-inch panel, 6K resolution looks insane. Text looks printed. Icons are razor sharp. You can zoom into photos or timelines and still have room for tools, panels, and previews without anything feeling cramped. If you ever use a high-resolution laptop display and wish your desktop monitor could feel the same way, this is that experience but scaled up massively. This monitor uses a quantum Dot IPS panel, and that's important because it combines wide viewing angles with extremely rich color reproduction. You're getting 99% Adobe RGB and 99% DCI-P3 coverage, which basically means this display is made for color-critical work. Photo editing, video grading, graphic design, animation, digital art, all of it looks exactly the way it's supposed to. Colors don't shift when you move your head. Whites look clean. Blacks are deep for an IPS panel, and gradients are smooth thanks to true 10-bit color support. HDR performance is another standout here. With HDR 600 certification and up to 600 nits of brightness, highlights really pop. You can work comfortably in bright rooms, and HDR content actually looks like HDR instead of just slightly brighter SDR. Specular highlights and videos stand out. Reflections look realistic, and overall contrast feels more dynamic. This is especially useful if you're editing HDR footage and want a more accurate preview of your final output. Performance-wise, this monitor is tuned for professional workflows rather than gaming, but it still holds its own. You get a 65 Hz refresh rate and a 5 milliseconds response time, which is perfectly smooth for editing, motion graphics, and everyday use. Scrolling timelines feels fluid, animations look clean, and there's no distracting ghosting during normal work. It's not a competitive gaming monitor, but that's clearly not the goal here. One thing that often gets overlooked is built-in audio. And yes, this monitor actually has built-in speakers. They're not going to replace a dedicated speaker setup or studio monitors, but for quick previews, casual listening, or video calls, they're surprisingly usable. It's one less thing you need on your desk, which matters when you're trying to keep a clean workspace. The size itself deserves another mention. 32 inches is kind of the sweet spot for high-resolution professional work. It's big enough to multitask comfortably without turning your head constantly, but not so big that it overwhelms your desk. With 6K resolution, you can run this display scaled and still have more usable space than most 4K monitors. Side-by-side windows actually make sense here, and you don't feel like you're constantly zooming in and out. If you're a designer, photographer, video editor, or anyone who earns money using color-accurate displays, this monitor isn't just a luxury, it's a tool that can improve accuracy, speed up workflows, and reduce eye strain over long sessions. It's the kind of monitor that once you use it, it's really hard to go back to anything lower resolution or lower quality. So yeah, this 32-inch 6K quantum Dot IPS monitor is absolutely aimed at professionals, but it delivers exactly what it promises. Incredible sharpness, top-tier color accuracy, solid HDR performance, and a clean, functional design that fits perfectly into a modern creative setup. If you want to check the current price or grab one for yourself, then please visit the link provided in the description.